and welcome. Coming up on today's Retro Robin Show, we're going back to December 1987 and we will be re-reviewing some more games from out of that particular Crash magazine, giving a few honourable mentions to the particularly two great Crash smashes, as well as more Commodore vs Spectrum. So join me now on the Retro Robin Show. Hello and welcome to today's Retro Robin Show with me, Wayne, Retro Robins. And as always, if you love a bit of 8-bit, well, you're going to love a bit of me. So what are we talking about on today's show? Issue number 47 of 1987. Yes, Crash, the one with two excellent Crash smashes in my personal opinion. And one of them got a very high rating indeed. As well as we'll be going some bobsleighing, Death or Glory, 720, oh, and Deflector are some of the games we're going to re-review and see if they stand the test of time. Also, we got Commodore vs Spectrum. So, a few honourable mentions starting with Gunship, which got 92%, was a Crash smash in this particular issue. And I so happen to have that original case there. Let me just bang up a big picture, there you go. The original Gunship. And I don't know if you remember this, but because I kept it in pristine condition, there was the book inside. You also had a little key map that you put over your keyboard. Still got the original warranty and receipt of all things. Oh boy. Do you remember that? That would fit over your keyboard, so as you know, we'll nearly dropped it there. So as you know where your keys was that you was going to use on your Spectrum Plus. No good if you had a rubber keyboard, mind you. But yeah, I still got that one, and that of course got 92%. And originally, Gunship, which was quite a big game, quite an expensive game as well, was £9.95 and £12.95 on disc. Let me just put that all back together, but yeah, what a game that was. Quite difficult to play, but once you got into it, you know, learning how to pilot your helicopter was quite a challenge indeed. It was a good game as well. Also, in this year, they got a Crash smash, was this one as well, which was Driller, and I also have that in its original box, and you got your money's worth, to be fair. And loading instructions was there. You're going to see a mirror image of this. Of course I won't bother taking off mirror, it's more fun that way. I've used the cassette. Do you often do that where you put the extra cassette to use one that you haven't got a cassette case for? Well, I had got Star Wars in there as well as the original Thriller. So yeah, but there's the booklet. Nice glossy print, of course, all in its original, completely unmarked. In fact, I've hardly ever opened it because I kind of knew what to do because I played it before. Two great Crash smashes. From, of course, 1987, from that particular issue number 47 of Crash. So, what else can I tell you today? Of course, the music provided today will be from the Toast Rack, which is my computer of choice for the AY sound, and we'll be reviewing the games on the Ngo Next Spectrum Next Clone, of course, which we'll be doing most of the hardware today on the screen, as well as we may be using an original 48K Spectrum to do the Commodore vs Spectrum, or indeed the Spectrum Plus 2 grey case. So let's go on with the first of today's re-reviews. So the first of today's re-reviews is of course a great game called Bobsleigh, one I can play. And let's give you the ratings first of all. Presentation 88%, graphics was 78%, playability 90%, addictive quality is 91%, overall rating was 88%, and of course it would have cost you £9.95, and yeah, it was by David Marshall and Rod Swift were the authors. So let's have a look at the game, shall we? It does have a loading screen. We'll take a look at that briefly before we actually try to play the game. So we'll just put wait on the loading screen. And of course I forgot to tell you that Driller was actually a Crash smash. I forgot to give you the prices for that, didn't I? Just pause this. Just let the bleeper sound. Quite a good bleeper sound, to be fair. Driller got 97% and the cassette. Oh, £14.95 for the cassette and driller. But with 97%, it was a great game, to be quite honest with you. So, we're looking at bobsleigh, and not a bad bleeper sound, is it really? Not a bad bleeper sound at all. So let's move on to the game. And of course you've got to use the arrow keys to go up and down in order to select. You can, first of all, you can choose your player, whether what nationality you want to be. Or you can just get straight into the game. Of course it's a quick left and right run before you jump into your bobsleigh. 3 keys in total. And as soon as you know, it's a bit like jump in your bobsleigh, and of course I've already got a foul there. You press 0 for brake, it's just a left and right. So you're going down this course and you're slowly building up speed in order to get a good qualifying time. And before we do anything else, I forgot to zoom in, so we'll zoom into the screen so you get a better picture. Zooming in. And there we go, we've got a nice good sized picture there for you. And I'm going to bring myself forwards. And there's the course and where I exactly crashed. We'll give it another go, don't worry about that. So, okay, because the keys are quite simple. Okay, I understand that. Right, so you can change the runners on your craft. You can have a look at the weather. You can choose a venue. But you have to qualify for everything, of course. We're in Brazil at the moment by the looks of it, right map. There you go. Study the exits. Pick runners, we've done all that. Okay, we've done that. And let's go to enter. We don't want to start again, do we? Let's give it a second try and see if I can do any better this time. Oh, my poor keyboard. Hey! I'm tired already. Straight in, that was a better start this time round. Gradually build up speed. Very nice, smooth scrolling, isn't it? Just light taps to stay on the course to start with, but as you get faster and faster and faster, it gets a little bit harder. It runs quite continuously. Now I thought I'd made that. I thought I'd made that. I've crashed at turn 3 again. I ain't having it. I ain't having it. Try again, shall we? See what I ought to do. I ought to use my joystick, haven't I? Gotta destroy my keyboard. Oh, it's a good job we can get replacement rubber keyboard mats every now and then, isn't it? Here we go. A bit early that time. And of course, if you notice, it doesn't have AY sound, but you can select AY type sound for the. Just hit the brakes gently if you're going to go. You don't want to go off the track. I don't think I've made it past turn 3, so I'm already doing better. You don't want to lose too much speed. I'll bounce off the wall. Oh, what? I've let myself go down too slow. Oof. I wouldn't get a ticket at this rate, would I? I'm being too careful. That's my problem. I'm being too careful. I should just literally go for it. I've just crashed twice. What do you expect? Okay. That's it. We're building up speed now. Slight left bend. Slight bit of brake. Oh. Ooh, nearly come off the track. Might get to the end if I'm lucky. It's going very well so far. And we got through the first checkpoint with the slowest speed ever recorded in history, but this is a British bobsleigh team. Whoops. It's not exactly cool running, is it? Jamaica would whip my ass right now. Oh, come on, keep going. Get away from the wall! Oh. Yeah. So, total damage cost was £216. Bob. Okay, I have done better goes than that, but as always, when you're trying to record it, it goes all horribly wrong. And that is the case for me. So effectively, it wasn't far off a Crash Smash, 88%, and I've got to be honest, I totally agree with Crash there. I'm going to give that a 9 out of 10. One for you to try, perhaps you forgot about or you've never seen before. It is quite addictive, it is quite good, and it runs quite smooth. Probably even better on the Spectrum next if you increase the the megahertz, is it? Moving on then. So we're going to go to Death or Glory, which was by CRL. The retail price was $8.95, and the Wise Owl Software were the authors. So what did they give this one? It's quite a low rating, I'll be honest with you. Presentation 40%, graphics 63%. Graphics got significantly the highest rating. Playability 34%. Addictive qualities 30%. Its overall rating was a very dismal 36%. So we won't spend too long on it, but we'll have a quick brief look at the game. Obviously we're going to use the tape file. We'll have a quick look at the loading screen, see how much effort has been put into that, which doesn't look to be promising. There's the loading screen. It's not too bad. It's seen worse. It's not exactly Manic Miner, but you know. Okay, so let's have a look at the game itself. Press space. Well, we don't want to just yet. So you can effectively increase your thrust, and you'll eventually come across this, and every time you press fire you can destroy a certain square, and boy does it move quick. I think the idea is to destroy as much of this as possible. I ain't 100% sure, it's the first time I've ever played it, but the scrolling is terrifically smooth, isn't it? I just like blowing things up. It's a shame you got such a low rating, isn't it? Because I think we might be able to land on something, I'm not sure. See if we can land on here. No, we just destroyed it. I think we'll move on to another game. I've already seen enough of that one. Effectively 3 out of 10 Crash game that. Well, to be quite honestly, I don't think that was far wrong. It's a shame because it starts very nicely. Very impressed with the smooth scrolling. Look at this. I mean, this is 3.5 megahertz of pure scrolling ability. That's lovely. Last time I seen scrolling as good as that, it was to be Uridium, to be fair. So we'll move on then. Give that, I'm going to agree totally with Crash. I'm going to give that a 3 out of 10. So the next game I want to have a look at is a classic skateboarding game. You've all seen this before. I've done it as a Commodore versus Spectrum Classic 720 degrees. Obviously by US Gold, and £8.95 was how much that would have cost you back in the day. So the presentation was given 82% and graphics was given 84%. Playability 86%, addictive quality 75%, so its overall rating was 81%. We'll have a brief look at the loading screen. I remember this game quite well. I'm not sure that I've got the 128k version file logged in. Well, that was a brief look, but the good thing is we can use Kempston keys. And also we can look at the credits, so I might as well roll the credits for you. And to get the credits, of course, you have to skate around this. So you have to do tricks and try and not come off your skateboard. Splash! Oh, I'm going to go in there again. See if I can find the actual skateboard park. You score points by doing that, and see if we get it D. Oh, I got 50 because I managed to do that, and I've got another few points there. Do a full 360. Oh, I did a 720. Map. Great game, isn't it, really? For, you know, oh, hit the water again. Okay, so what do I think of that game? Well, I played it a fair number of times back in the day. I had a good friend who really was into 720, but yeah, I wasn't bad on a skateboard either. It's pretty rare I'm pretty good on anything, but these days I steer clear of a skateboard at the age of 49. I could end up having a nasty accident I may never recover from. Although I'd love to go back to those days when I could actually do stuff on a skateboard, even though it wasn't the best, but I did enjoy having a little bit of a skate. I think it was all because of Back to the Future. Got me into it, didn't it? So yeah. 81%, effectively 8 out of 10. Once again, I'm going to agree with Crash on that. I'm going to give that an 8 out of 10. So let's move on to the next game. And now, one of my favourite games, of course, it's called Freddy Hardest. It's by Imagine. £7.95 was how much it would have cost you to buy this particular game. And it had a reasonable rating, not as high as I thought it might have got, but I quite enjoyed this game. And there's another one I've already done, the Commodore vs Spectrum version. Presentation, 86%. Graphics, 85%. Graphics, 86%. Playability, 86%. No, it's all 86%. Can't even read my own writing. It's terrible, isn't it? Well, I do scribble these things down pretty quickly. So, its presentation 86, graphics 86, playability 86, addictive quality is 85, overall 85. We'll have a quick look at the loading screen. And I love the eyebrows on this. Oh, quality, wasn't it? Giving you all the relevant information there, and I'm surprised my autofocus isn't playing up. Love his eyebrows here. What a cheesy smile that is. Just a nice touch, isn't it, eh? That made you feel like you had something special. Loving the AY sound in the background. That's to a fairly new game, which we'll have a look. It's provided by the Toast Rack, as I told you earlier. Space Monsters meets the Hardy. And that's what the game is that we've taken the AY sound off today, which sounds pretty damn awesome. I love it. Okay, so let's get on with the game and have a quick look at this before we give it a quick review. And there he is in that teeny tiny little ship there. Crashes into some sort of star type alien ship, and now he crash lands on the surface of this estranged planet, which I think is just an excellent opening scene. What didn't crash? Boom, there you go. Just pause that sound for a second. We're going to redefine the keys, or should we use Kempston? I think we'll use Kempston. Bleeper sound, no AY sound, although it's not too bad. How this picks it up on the microphone, I don't know. But yeah, cool. So, there he is with his nice quiff, which I'm kind of jealous of. I remember the days when I used to have one. Hardest part about this game is when you have to jump over these, it's all about good timing. Graphics are superb. Oh, didn't turn in time. Didn't turn in time. Smooth scrolling. I just love this game in general. I think it's one worth playing a lot. I find it very addictive. I mean, just look at the sprites. Oh. Do you know what? It's a lot easier to play with keys. Absolutely, a lot easier to play with keys. I don't know why I've done joystick, but I have now, and I'm fully committed. So I'm going to carry on endeavouring with this. That's it. You got to keep the joystick down when you just advising. That's it. If you don't hold the joystick down and you want to turn that way, you stand up, and then that's where things go horribly wrong. So yeah. But But eventually you'll come across all sorts of gaps and different monsters as you get further down the screen. The colours, the graphics and everything are, well, I think they're absolutely brilliant. Don't worry about them, he won't make it past there. I like the flying kick as well. Bit of a karate expert, isn't he? But that's for the artist, so what we're going to do, I'm not going to play too long, I'm just going to give it a rating. And here's that first gap that I won't make it. Will I? Yes, I have. I've made it. Oh, I've overjumped it. And as you can see, we've got to change the creatures. I'm going to die now. I'd be playing it forever if I carry on, so I've got to stop it there. What am I going to give that a rating of? Well, it got 85%. I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm going to give that, I don't want to give it a 10 out of 10, but I do, so it's a tough one to be honest. So I'm going to give that a 9.5 out of 10. If you've not played that, I insist you do. If you're going to go for a side sort of shoot 'em up scroller with enough challenge there to be addictive, it's worth going and having a go on that one. I promise you, you will enjoy it. I did, of course. Alright, enough of the bleeper sound, let's move on. I'm going to hit the nuclear bomb and detonate this one and move on to the next game. Hey. So the next game I'm going to have a look at is called Deflector. By Gremlin Graphics, of course. £7.99. And the presentation was given 77%. The graphics was given 73%. Playability 85%. Addictive qualities 83%. Its overall rating was 77%. It's stroke type, puzzle type game more than an arcade game. So yeah, we're going to have a quick look at this and move on to one more before we decide that we're going to start a war. Okay, what one? Well, we're going to load the tap file obviously, so let's negotiate down to the tap file. That way we can have a brief look at the loading screen. And I'm not sure if it's got 1 to 8K sound, I only ever had it on. There's the loading screen. Oh, bleeper sound, bleeper sound. Sounds similar to the AY sound we were just playing, wasn't it? Is it the same tune? Could be. Do like to let them play a little bit. People have put time and trouble. I mean, for bleepers to do that was quite good, wasn't it? Because it's quite a rapid bleeps to make it sound as a whole note. And yeah, it's not as good as the AY, but for when you only had a bleeper, it was pretty good. And coming out of your Spectrum, it'd sound better with that tiny speaker than it actually would coming out of actual speakers through an amplifier. But it's still not bad, and yeah. Cool, let's have a look at the game itself. Let's bring back the AY sound, because otherwise it gets dull. We can have a look at the demo actually, why not? So there's the demo of all the different screens, and what you've got to basically do is guide your laser around using mirrors down into the next level. And of course you can destroy certain things in order to do it. Okay, enough of the demo, let's have a look at the game. Look at the levels. 20 odd levels, isn't there? 25 levels, is it? No, even more. We're not far off finished though. Some of these look intense, don't they? Gotta be 40. What do you reckon? Is it odds on 40 levels? No, it's more than that. Level 43 we're up to. You could burn your ULA chip out playing it for this long, couldn't you? Remember, we didn't have the option of being able to save on a memory stick or SD card when these were out. Unfortunately, we had to reload them again, didn't we? Okay, so let's go for the Kempston and 7 start game. I'm not going to practice. Right, so we need to rotate that up to there, and then we move the cursor up to that one to rotate. We should destroy all of those, shouldn't we? And once that's done, remember you can overheat if you're not careful. We can, I think we can just go down and touch to that one. That's it. Oh, yeah, see how it goes. If you go back on the laser, you start to overheat, and that's not good. As you can see, I've destroyed all them. If I can move across to there. So now I need to move that down to there. If it goes into that red square, it'll come out. Oh, another overheat happening there, so we don't want to do that. Aha! There we go. I've got it. You bounced it off the wall basically to do that. So if I rotate this one round to here. Oh no, I need to go into that at a different angle, do I? So how do I work my way around this? Okay, let's try oh, it's tricky as hell. I've played this for ages back in the day and I haven't got a clue what I'm doing anymore. Let's ignore that one then and just go straight over there. That's probably the key, isn't it? Now obviously as that will beam out there and it will bring that one down and destroy them too, which is good. And I've got that one. And now all I need to do is find the exit, isn't it? So we're done. I think the level's clear. No, we've run out of time. I'm not going to spoil it. I'm going to get a rating for you, and that was, I'm going to give that a full on 8 out of 10. One for you to try. It's a good puzzle game actually. In fact, TJ, if you watch this, and I know that you do watch my shows, you'll like this game. It's right up your alley because it's something that you'd enjoy. So give this a review and enjoy it yourself too. Moving on to the next game. Quickly browse through my files. So the game we're going to look at here is called Laser Wheel, and I've not played this before, so do bear with me. And it was by Mad, the producer was, and of course it was a budget game at £2.99. And Steve Perry is the author. So the graphics was given 48%. Sorry, graphics was given 44%. Presentation 48%. Playability 44%. Addictive qualities was 34%. Overall rating was only 43%. So we can't expect a great deal from this. But we'll have a look anyways. We'll wait at the loading screen, and as I know it's only going to work in 48K due to the fact that I've tested it earlier and still was rubbish at it then. There's the loading screen, not bad at all to be quite honest, quite like it. And we have a bleeper sound. Bleeper sound everybody. Don't know how well you can hear that, but that's not too bad, is it really? So I've selected Kempston and it's 5 to start. Okay, just fire. So you're in a wheel basically, and I've got blown up straight away. You don't want to hit them. That's one down. If you hit those sort of things, they're like a mirror, they bounce back and they destroy you, don't they? And I think every time you miss you get one as well. Ah, it's not too bad actually. I quite like it. What the hell is that going around the outside? I ain't going to hit that in a million years. Oh, forgot to rotate, game over, not too bad. Oh, considering you got such a low rating, I quite liked it. I've got to be honest, I'm going to give it that. A slightly better rating than Crash did at 43%. I'm going to say, there's not a lot to the game. I know it doesn't need a lot though for what it is. It's called Laser Wheel and you're effectively spinning around. And it's not a bad bit of a game by any means. I've never tried it before and that's the first time I've actually played it from first impressions, and I gave it another go earlier. I do admit that. I confess I played it once before, but I did better when I'm not recording, so I'm able to give it a fair judgment that way round. 5.5 out of 10. So if you enjoy the show, please remember to like, subscribe and share, and the more subscribers I have, the better, because then I know people are actually enjoying my content, and I'm getting a fair number of views now, and I'm overwhelmed. Thank you for everyone that has supported me so far in this revisit of retro games on our little retro channel called Retro Robins. But in the meantime, let's start a war. Yeah, we've already seen it, so I thought, why not compare it to the Commodore version? The game, of course, is Deflector. 2 minutes while I enjoy the synth sound and take a sip of my drink. So the Spectrum version had an impressive breeple sound at the start of it, but in the meantime we're going to have a look at this particular version. And of course we're going to use joystick, and hopefully it's in the right port that I plugged it into. The good thing about the Commodore is you do get a slightly broader and wider screen, and as loading screens, well, screens go, that is not bad at all. And as always, you've got your overload and energy in the bottom corner, which, oh, I haven't used it for a while, have I? Is there, highlighted there, and your score is highlighted there. I love this. Oh, they're blinding one eye. Oh, lasers, eh? Who'd have them? Most people on starships usually. Right. Let's have a look at the game, shall we? So as the energy builds up, boom, there we go. We'll start with the... Well, that's unusual. So we know how to get those destroyed, don't we? That's nicey. I like it. Right then, and now we need to do what we did before and... Oh, overload, quick, get out of the way. There we go. You see, I'm not just a pretty face. Some say I'm not that either, but right, so if I deflect that to there, and hopefully, didn't know I could do that. Oh, overload. Oh. Where was I over? Oh, because I was hitting that, wasn't I? Okay. Try again. So I like the puzzle game. Because we got no sound, let's bring a bit of AY sound back, other than the effect. That's better, got a bit of atmosphere now. We don't want to be doing that again, do we? What about this one? How about you? Where do we go with you? Okay, I forgot how to do it now. Ah, right, okay. So I can beam that one down. Oh, this is too brain taxing for me at this time of the day. Bounce off a few angles maybe? Oh yes, I've got to go up there, haven't I? Now this is where it gets tricky, isn't it? How do I get them last two? I have no clue. Oh, maybe that. I don't think that's the answer. I'm running out of time. Maybe that. 1, 2. Give me a clue. I'm going to cheat. I'm going to look at the walkthrough. I haven't got a clue what it is I've got to do. Oh well. I knew there was a way around it somehow. It could be to do with that first one. That's probably the key, isn't it? Yeah, that's the key. I think we've got to sort of... Oh, that doesn't look the same. Okay, let's move on to the Spectrum version because this is blowing my mind. Change the music as well. Give it a try on the Spectrum and see if I can do any better, which is probably going to be no. But you never know. I might actually work out what to do while it charges up. I think I remember actually. I remember. It's coming back to me. Well, I've got to be quite honest, I like the Commodore version at the moment, slightly better. I don't know what it is, whether it's the colours of it or something to do with that. Probably not, no. Well, I think we're done with that one, aren't we? So let's bring this over to here. Oops, so daisy. Now if I bring this one down, it's got to get down, hasn't it? It's got to blow them two up. We're there folks. Now all I've got to do is find a way to destroy you, don't I? I think to destroy you I've got to bounce you off the wall, haven't I? So there we go. There's one more to get. Come on, we're nearly there. Aha! And then that blows it up and I've done it. Yes. Oh, I can't do that without doing the Commodore version. I don't want to play no more. Wow, that first level is really hard. Well, here comes my verdict. And I've cracked it on one short again. Yeah, I just think the Commodore one, in all fairness, does look better, doesn't it? I mean, the fact that it's larger, but the outside of the display is really nice. So on this occasion, yeah, it's a Commodore win. I know that that could be quite controversial. And I forgot how to do this one now. Why is that? Because I'm slightly thicker than I look. No, I'm sure. Ah, there we go. I've done it. Look, I've done it. You know, approximately to do all 50 odd levels or 50 levels, it's going to take you around about 2 to 2.5 hours. Me on the other hand, it might take 2.5 years. Okay, shall we move on to another Commodore vs Spectrum? Got to look at it, haven't we? A classic game on both systems. This one by the Spectrum, Donkey Kong, Ocean of course, copyright 1986 Nintendo, Ocean Software, etc, etc, etc. So, well, I hate this game, I really, really hate this game. Because on the Spectrum, it's rock hard. Oh no, I've defined the keys wrong. I don't want to use Kempston. No, I'm not using Kempston, I refuse to use Kempston. Let's try again. Left, remember left, right is right, and down is down, and up is up, and thank heavens I've got them right this time. One player, not start game. Okay, yes or no. Don't be surprised if I don't get past level 1, because it's very rare that I do. Can you destroy the fire yet? I bet that disappeared as I want to go up the ladder. Don't come down this ladder. Yes. Oh, no, he come down that ladder. Oh! Karma. I'm at one with the world, and the world is at one with me. I will remain calm. I will not stress out. I've got this. I have not got this. No, I've got this again. Oh, come on, I was up that ladder. Oh, goodness me, it caught me bootlaces and I'm dead. Okay, whatever. I hate this game, I hate this game, I really, really hate this game. Don't come down the ladder, you random piece of rubbish. Ah! Should we have a look at the Commodore version? Look, the Commodore one has music while it loads. Andy! Nice loading screen, to be quite fair. Yes, Donkey Kong, obviously, as you all well know, the first outing of the Mario. Although I don't think he was known as Mario then, was he? More of a plumber with a hammer. Yeah, and there you go. A great loading screen by Ocean, to be quite honest. I quite like that on the Commodore version. Spectrum version wasn't as bad either, but I don't know, I like the bubbly effect of this one, so yeah. So the Commodore version is here, and we're ready to play it. And I've got to say that I've put the patent copyrights to the tune that I wrote called "I Hate This Game." 1 or 2 players. Ooh. That's a little bit different, isn't it? Okay, we need some movement. Why do they do that? Why do they change the port of the joystick over on me? That's a life I've lost and I haven't even had a go yet. Oh, hang on. Oh, hang on. I'm using the wrong joystick, that's why. Oh, this is going well so far. And now I've changed the port over and quit. That went well, didn't it? Well, I used the wrong joystick, then changed the port out because I thought the joystick was in the wrong port, and now I've picked up the right joystick and I have to put it in the right port again. And now I can move, surprisingly enough. Alright, that's a bit of a long sequence. Ooh. Come up the ladder, fire. Quick, before I lose me. Alright, get rid of the hit. That's it, right. Woo. Oh, come on! I've done better on that than I did the Spectrum. Yeah, alright. Oh, do we have to go for this sequence every time we want to play the next? Should be able to skip this, shouldn't you? You know I'm getting that much weight on me, I'll be able to do that myself soon. Come on, fire up the ladder. Come on, fire up the ladder. Tell you what, you come up the ladder after my hammer disappears, yeah? Get on there. Oh, come on. Right. Oh, come on then. Oh, you had me over there. You had me over there, tree, didn't you? Oh, hang on, you can fall too far as well, can't you? I'm scared, I don't want to die, I'm doing so well. double ladder quick! Oh, I got stuck in the double ladder! Sorry, Joel, I won't do it. Here comes my verdict. And I didn't cheat! I like this game, I really like the Commodore version. Because I'm way better at it than I am the Spectrum one. Oh, look at them things. Oh, look. Oh. Are they pies? I know I ate all the pies, but I didn't mean to land in one. Yeah, I gotta be honest. Apart from the slow change, and the fact it's got that constant music, have that on your head. Take that, Mario. I'm siding with the Kong. Have that. Yeah, I think the overall look of the game was better. It plays quite well on the Commodore. It plays quite well on the Spectrum. But I just felt the Commodore with the colours and the music in the background, and yeah, it was the better version. So on this occasion, it's a double strike for Commodore, and they're beginning to fight back after the Spectrum gave them a bit of a lesson last time round. So I hope you all enjoyed the show. Remember to like, subscribe and share if you do, and I'll be making more shows like this through the week, and definitely some more Commodore vs Spectrum, re-reviewing some more Crash magazines. This particular one was issue number 47, December. Also the year that, oh, what films came out in 1987, December? I don't know, I'll have to look that up, but I usually can tell you this sort of information. In the meantime, from me, Wayne Retro Robbins, take care, look forward, have a nice working week or weekend, and we'll see you again soon. Bye for now. Coming up on today's Retro Robin Show, we're going back to December 1987, 47 Roman, no, issue number 47 of Crash, of course, where we will be